Get ready for the Urban Guide on the Food Lounge, only on the Urban Guide. Come on, let's check it out.
Tete with saffron.
The Urban Guide brought to you by Cocosia Artisan Chocolate, by Amreen, SIT Limited, Alanora Annie Signature Salons, Yoko Sizzlers and Cooper Dermatology. Official radio partner, 105.4 Radio Spice. Media partners, Filmfare Middle East and Salt and Pepper. Today is our day. The world is waiting, but let's not wait any further and get on with it. Let's get on to a road called life and live it with style. That's how we're kicking things off on your favorite show, The Urban Guide, and me, your host and dost, Bhairavi. And this time we're going to kick it with a lot of style and class. We're taking you to the Maidan Race Nights. Have a look. Maidan Racecourse offered an exciting array of races starting this November, followed by the prestigious Dubai World Cup Carnival in January 2014. The 2013-2014 race season will end with the world's richest day in racing.
I think it's one of those things where it's not just about horse racing, it's also getting people together and doing something that is fun in Dubai. So Dubai is a fun city, and this is just one of the icons in the city. Beautiful international venue. If we put it in categories, this is A+, definitely. It's modern, it's newly built, and it's just designed for the spectator, and it's top of the class.
That is an impressive experience for the family, for the kids. I will recommend to everyone that is visiting Dubai.
You know, it involves a lot of hard work. It takes time and a lot of hard work, and you need a bit of luck on your side. But no, it's a fantastic sport, and it's great to be part of, yeah.
Maidan Grandstand and Racecourse amazed its audience from the start till the finish line, making everyone's night at the races an extraordinary memory. Now you know I wasn't horsing around. That was surely a race not to be missed. Now, from a one-of-a-kind event to a fashion event of the season, and it's in fact the opening of a new concept in your city. Have a look. Call It Spring is an international footwear and accessories brand with an assorted range which reflects up-to-the-minute trends. Catering primarily to the 15 to 25-year-old clientele, Call It Spring draws inspiration from today's evolving blog culture, street fashion and music festivals. Entertaining the crowd with foot-tapping dance performance and an evening full of exciting and power-packed entertainment. Keeping the trend alive, they launched their new concept store in the vibrant Ibn Battuta Mall in the Persian Court. A mecca for killer shoes and accessories, Call It Spring is the perfect go-to for today's most coveted trends with equally pretty price tags.
Well, we are super duper excited today because this is like the first concept store that we are doing in the region. Call It Spring is basically a Canadian brand, and this is like the first international concept store that we have launched in GCC because yeah, it's been absolutely great market for us, and it's the right time to launch it. We have done very gender specific looks in the store, as you will see.
Basically, we're relaunching the Call It Spring division. It's a brand new concept for us. We've invited our guests today to basically see the message behind the brand.
We we have to go by the clock, and now the clock has strike time for a break. So have a short little break. The Urban Guide with me, Bhairavi, shall be back shortly for some whole lot more action. Cooking is at once one of the most simplest and most gratifying of the arts there are. But to enjoy cooking, you need to love and respect your food. And that's exactly what we do right here on the Food Lounge. Let's have a look what recipe is in store for us to relish today.
You don't need a silver fork to eat good food. And today we are at a European seafood restaurant called M Seafood Bistro at Le Méridien, Dubai. And we are joined with the very charming chef Yvon Rocher, who's going to cook with us today, right, chef?
Yes.
Thank you, chef, for being on Food Lounge today.
Welcome, thank you.
So, chef, what are you going to cook today?
So we'll start first by a Peruvian ceviche.
Okay, so we're going to have the Peruvian tuna ceviche.
Tuna ceviche,
Yes.
exactly.
The ingredients for Peruvian ceviche are tuna, vegetables, garlic, onion, lime juice, cherry tomatoes, salt and pepper, cucumber, olive oil, lettuce, white vinegar.
So the first step, we have to cut the tuna first.
Okay, would you like me to hand it to you?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
And the tuna has to be very fresh because you're not
Yes.
cooking this dish.
So we basically do some small cube. So now we finished to cut the tuna.
Okay.
So we'll start to mix with the other ingredients. So first the tuna. We put a little bit of ginger,
Okay.
garlic, and some red onion.
So what's next, chef?
So now we mix all these ingredients together.
Okay.
We'll leave it on the side for a minute. We'll take the lime juice. We'll add a little bit of
Salt.
salt. So mix like this. And we'll add a little bit of
White vinegar.
white vinegar. Okay. So we'll add in the tuna. Mix them all together. So now we'll add
Some cucumber.
some cucumber. We'll add some avocado. We'll add some
Cherry tomato.
cherry tomato that we will cut just into four. The iceberg lettuce. So we mix all that. We add the fresh coriander. Okay, so we will add some spice.
And you can put it as per your taste. If you want it really spicy and hot, you can put
Yeah.
more. Or like me, you put less because I can't eat spicy food. So, chef, we're ready to plate up now?
Yes.
Okay. So I shall hand you your plates.
Yes, thank you.
And you're going to use a ring mold,
Yes,
correct?
a ring mold to make a nice form.
Okay, so you're just going to spoon your ceviche inside.
Okay.
Okay.
We just remove the mold. We'll just add some gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
We add a little bit of pepper,
So,
a dash of
olive oil.
olive oil. The dish is ready to
The
eat.
dish is ready to eat, and that's where I come in to eat it all. And now we're going to make lobster thermidor, right, chef?
Yes.
The ingredients for lobster thermidor are salt and pepper, milk, mushrooms, olive oil, fresh thyme, butter, lobster, mustard, dry tarragon, cream, and shallots.
So, chef, we're going to start making the sauce,
The
right?
sauce first, yes. So,
And normally, traditionally, they use a bechamel sauce.
yes.
Okay, but
bechamel
you're-
sauce, but I'm not doing a bechamel sauce.
Right.
So a little bit of olive oil
Okay.
and butter. Okay, so we put the shallots.
With your butter and your olive oil.
And now we add the bottom mushroom. So we'll add a little bit of fresh thyme for the flavor. We'll add the cream.
And this is just normal
Just
cream.
normal cream.
Okay.
Exactly. We boil it.
Okay.
Just add 1 teaspoon of
Mustard.
mustard, salt,
Salt, okay. To taste again.
pepper,
Fresh ground pepper.
mix
Okay.
again. Okay. And we add tarragon.
All right. Some tarragon. And it's dry tarragon.
Yeah. Okay, so now the sauce is ready. So we will prepare the thermidor.
Okay.
So I pour it. Okay, so now we'll take care of the lobster. So we'll just take the body, sorry.
All right.
To just... Okay, so now put back all together. So now we will finish the dish. We use some butter. So we don't use olive oil here because we'll do it very fast.
Okay. So it doesn't have time to burn.
Exactly. We'll add some shallots.
Okay.
But this time it's not chopped, it's just sliced.
All right.
Okay, so as you can see, the shallot have to become a little bit translucent.
Okay.
So now we add
All the lobster.
the whole lobster inside. Okay, let it cook. And we add
The sauce.
the sauce that we did earlier.
Right.
We just add a little bit of cream.
Oh, you add some more cream.
Yeah. So now we'll do the plating.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
All right. And you save the lobster head
Yes.
and the lobster
For
tail.
the decoration.
So this is the lobster which we're going to eat now.
So
He's our little friend for the evening. So this is the very fantastic lobster thermidor. So chef, I want to thank you for being on the food lunch today.
thank you for coming to MC Food Bistro at Le Méridien Dubai.
Okay, and viewers, make sure to check out this amazing food over here.
Now, weren't there some delicious and awesome recipes to relish? I'm going to give you a break, gasp for breath, absorb these recipes in better. So yes, let's take a short little break. The Urban Guide with me, Bhairavi, shall be back. Welcome back to the show, The Urban Guide, and now it's time to go to your favorite dream castle. Let's see where Nicole has landed up this week.
Home is where the story begins, and today on Dream Castles, we're going to look at the fabulous, glamorous house of Deepa. Deepa, thank you for being on Dream Castles today.
You're most welcome.
So Deepa, tell me, what were you trying to achieve with your style of decor?
Okay, we've always had dark colors because of the kids. Finally, when I realized that, the kids are growing up and we can have the white furniture that we've always been looking for, both of us, Rohit and me. So we finally took the risk of having custom-made furniture, and that's what you see.
Also, Deepa, there are a lot of animalistic elements in your furniture. Do you like animals a lot?
Yes, both of us do, and plus it's in line with the wild side, a little bit, with Rohit and me, both. And plus, I think it adds a very interesting element to the furniture.
That's true. It's all very interesting, especially your tortoise.
Yes, that's something that we saw as a picture. And then we got it custom made and made sure that, it's very comfortable to sit on.
It is.
I think at least 2 people can hop on it.
And go for a ride on the tortoise. I know your color scheme is white, but did you also want your walls to be white and everything? Was that always in mind?
Not always, but we've tried with darker wallpapers and somehow it never came out right. And this time we decided that it has to be pastel, it has to be light. It has to be just, not really, the wallpaper shouldn't be talking, the furniture should be talking.
Deepa, do you have any favorite part of the house, which is your retreat?
Yeah, there is a musical chair, which is an egg-shaped chair, which has music inside. So I just plug in my earphones and I'm oblivious to all the sounds. And that is the area where it's basically kids and me there. So kids have their PlayStations and the Xboxes there. So they play that and I'm sitting with my guitar and with my music and with my books. So that's the perfect corner in the house.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the living room. It's where everything happens.
Yes.
And Deepa, what did you keep in mind when you were designing your house? Did you research a lot?
Yeah, we did. We went through a lot of magazines. We went through a lot of websites. And we did a lot of trials, picked up a lot of things from different places. And somehow just tried to put it all together. And this is what you see.
And because your house is so wonderful, I would love for you to give my viewers some tips.
Sure. If you pick a theme, if it's classical, then you stick to classical. You do not mix contemporary elements in that. If it's contemporary, then it has to be very, very simple. And with classical, you can play a lot, meaning, you know, you can add colors, you can do a lot of things, you can do a lot of designs. But yes, and colors, yes. I would always suggest lighter colors.
Because you want the bright feel.
Yes.
Deepa, it was so wonderful being here with you and learning so much about your house. But I bought you a little gift from Cocosia and their artisan chocolates. And I hope you enjoy them.
Yes, I would love to. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And viewers, that's all from us at Dream Castle today. Make sure you head back next time for another grand and opulent house.
So we do it all for you right here on The Urban Guide with me, Bhairavi. So while Dream Castle makes you dream, then we get you live the next moment with Manju Ramanan and her guest of the week on Tete with Saffron. Let's check it out.
Their pet dog is called Idli. That should give you a clue that my guests on today's show are from the food and the hospitality business. On a Tete with Saffron today, I have Chef Anil Kumar and Reshmi Anil Kumar. Welcome to the show. Chef, tell us, how did you and your wife meet and did food bring you together?
Yes, you call me chef. So, being a chef, food plays a great role in everything that I do. So, when I took a house, and it was right next to Reshmi's house, I started cooking. Nice aromas outside my kitchen, and then Reshmi came inside, and she was there next to me whenever I cooked. So food did play a great role in getting her into my life.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, but in your case, it's through the woman's heart too.
Rightly said. It's exactly the opposite way in my case. Anil used to feed me and I used to enjoy his food. When we met first time, we were neighbors, and every day I used to go to his house and taste wonderful food. My mom is an excellent cook, but he used to make special dishes.
What do you enjoy making the most?
I love making biryani the most. Biryani is one dish which actually has every bit of India in it. There is rice, there is spices, there is meat, there is yogurt. I mean, there is so much. There's saffron, there's turmeric, there's chili powder. It's, you know, diversity inside a pot.
Does being in the hospitality industry require a lot of patience?
Yes, a lot of patience. Patience in cooking the food, patience in handling the customers, patience in handling the staff, patience in waiting for the profit to come in. There's a lot of patience involved, and ultimate patience is the patience of your family members who are waiting for you to actually take care of them.
Do you cook, and what is that one dish you love to make?
Being a chef's wife, I rarely cook at home. I love his food, and I believe too many chefs spoil the broth. But my children love my cooking whenever I cook. According to my daughter, I make the best spaghetti. And my son thinks that I make the best Russian salad.
Tell me, Rashmi, how were you involved in the business?
Well, Foodwise is a company owned by us together, and he takes care of the exciting part, that is operations. I take care of what you say, rather boring part, like administration.
Can you tell us a bit about Foodwise?
Now, being a chef, any advice that I give has to be called Foodwise. After 25 years of catering experience and my wife's 15, we have about 40 strong years of experience. We thought, why don't we sell our ideas, concepts and experience through a banner? Now that's how Foodwise came in picture.
It was lovely talking to both of you. Thank you for being on the show.
It was our pleasure as well.
Life is too short to live it with regret. Love the people who treat you right. Forget the ones who don't. How does it matter? Bring in that change in your life. If you take a chance, take that change, make a difference, and that's what we're here to do. The Urban Guide shall be back next week. That's all from us. In the meantime, you can have a conversation with us on Twitter. That's on Bhairavi Prakash. And of course, like our Facebook page. It's called The Urban Guide. See you next week.